before we say a single word, take a moment and really watch these clips closely. Watch the positioning, the contact, and reactions. Look at where the officials are standing and what they're focused on. This isn't about exaggeration or bias. It's about what's clearly happening on the court. Sometimes the truth speaks louder when you let the footage play first. So watch carefully, because every second matters here.
First one, there's one foul, there's two fouls. Then she holds her, watch this, with her shoulder and on her arm when she follows through and then fouls her for the fourth time on her arm. It's cheating. It's plain as day. The haters will say, she got locked up. Yeah, if you're fouling the whole game. But I'm going through this entire game. The corrupt refs gave this game to New York, and they still barely won.
The referee has a clear, unobstructed view as Caitlin gets absolutely hammered on the play. Yet he turns and walks away like nothing happened. No hesitation, no discussion, no acknowledgement. Then the replay comes in from another angle, making it even harder to ignore. The contact is obvious, the impact is real, and the ref is right there. This isn't a missed call from across the court. This is a decision made in real time while staring straight at the play.
All right, you got this athlete in a league that nobody's been watching, never turned a profit, and your system is broken against that team? Are you mental?
There's no call, no whistle, no explanation, just complete silence. And that raises the real question everyone is starting to ask. Is something deeper going on inside the WNBA? Did this official feel pressure to stay quiet in that moment? When patterns like this keep repeating, people naturally start to question motives, because this doesn't feel like normal officiating anymore. It feels deliberate, and that's why fans are demanding answers.
Heard nothing from the WNBA, absolutely nothing.
Let's be honest. Something felt wrong from the very beginning. Caitlin Clark enters the WNBA with massive hype, sold-out arenas, record-breaking viewership, and unmatched attention. She's carrying the league spotlight, yet she's getting shoved, elbowed, and hit with almost no whistles to protect her. Officials stand there as if they've been told to look the other way. It starts to feel personal when a star takes this much punishment without calls. Now she's injured, a referee is quietly suspended, and there's no public explanation. Fans are connecting the dots, and one name keeps coming up, the commissioner, Cathy Engelbert, the person responsible for protecting the league's biggest star. Clip 5. So, now we gotta ask, did they let Caitlin Clark get hurt on purpose? Or did someone pay to keep those whistles quiet? Stick around, 'cause this ain't just basketball anymore. This might be a setup. From the second Caitlin Clark stepped onto a WNBA court, something fell off. Not just physically, emotionally, politically, deliberately off. She took brutal hits and the whistle silent. The refs turned their backs like someone told them, don't blow that whistle. You ever watch a star player get hacked and wonder if it's actually part of some bigger plan? Yeah, that's exactly what this felt like. Clark wasn't some fresh face trying to find her place. She was the future of the league. But instead of being protected, she was punished. And the message loud and clear, you're not here to shine. You're here to survive. Every game brought new bruises and no whistles. And the league's silent like they hoped we'd stop noticing. Well, we didn't. And now she's out. A quad injury. The WNBA's top draw sidelined. Fans aren't just mad, they're connecting dots. They're asking questions. And one name keeps popping up, Cathy Engelbert. Did she just let this happen? Or was this always the plan to humble Clark? Break her spirit? Remind her who's in charge? We've all seen bad officiating, missed calls, a ref having a rough night. But this was something else. It was personal. Game after game, Clark was getting hammered. Hard fouls, elbows, shvees, nothing called. It wasn't a one-time thing. It was consistent. Refs just watched, or worse, walked away. Clark would look at them arms out, pleading for a whistle, and they'd act like she wasn't even there. At first, fans thought it was hazing. But when the same exact thing kept happening, it felt deliberate. And then it got weirder. The ref who ignored her when she clearly got fouled suspended quietly. No league statement, No media blast, just gone. So, what happened behind the curtain? Were the refs told to let Clark get roughed up? Or was this when officials simply too obvious about it? Either way, it wasn't just bad officiating anymore. It was a message. And Clark, she heard it loud and clear. Let's stop pretending this was just physical basketball. The refs weren't missing calls. They were ignoring them on purpose. And why? Because someone was lining their pockets. Yeah, we said it. The refs got paid. And all signs point to Cathy Engelbert. This wasn't about letting the game flow. This was about sending a message. Caitlin Clark came in too big, too fast, the face of the league overnight. But instead of protecting her, the WNBA let her get punched on purpose. And who runs the W? Cathy Engelbert, the commissioner, the one with the power to stop it, but didn't. The one who signs off on how games are officiated. The one who lets certain refs keep their jobs as long as they follow orders. And those orders let Clark take hits. Don't call fouls. Make her earn it. Let's not sugarcoat it. Word around the league is that refs were compensated to look the other way. Not just bad officiating, not just bias, straight up payoffs. And now one of those refs is suspended or thrown under the bus to protect someone higher up. Cathy Engelbert didn't just allow this. She engineered it. And now Caitlin Clark's hurt. The WNBA's biggest star sidelined. Fans are furious. Whispers are turning into shouts. So, we gotta ask, was this all part Cathy Engelbert's plan, or did she just get caught? Here's the bombshell. After viral clips showed Clark getting clobbered and ignored, the ref at the center of it all suspended. No press conference, no official statement, just off the schedule. Sound like damage control? That's what fans think. And let's not forget, this is the same ref who turned his back while Clark tried to plead her case after getting fouled. Fans immediately called it out. Cover up, they said. Scapegoat. Because let's be honest, suspending one ref after Clark is already injured. That's not accountability. That's a PR stunt. So, who gave that order? Was it Cathy Engelbert herself? Was it the committee trying to cover tracks? Or was this just one official who got too sloppy with the agenda? Either way, it smells like someone's trying to protect the league, not the players. Time to name names. Cathy Engelbert, the league's commissioner, the one who's been front and center of the WNBA's media push. She brought in sponsors. She closed the TV deals. She expanded the league's visibility. But here's the twist. Caitlin Clark did more for the WNBA in 4 weeks than Engelbert did in 4 years. And that's when it shifted. Suddenly, Clark wasn't just a player. She was the face of the league, the star, the one moving the needle. And if you've been around sports long enough, you know how this goes. When the new kid starts pulling more weight than the establishment, they get humbled. So, was Engelbert trying to humble her? Let her get roughed up? Downplay the fouls? Pretend it's normal? And when people complain, sacrifice one ref and move on? Sounds like a stretch until you realize that's exactly what happened. The breaking point came fast. Clark, after logging heavy minutes and absorbing hit after hit, finally went down with a quad strain. Just like that, she was out for multiple games. The fever without Clark disoriented. The offense crumbled. The energy dropped. It was night and day. But fans didn't just miss her game. They were angry because the injury wasn't just bad luck. It felt like the inevitable outcome of weeks of abuse. The refs didn't protect her. The league stayed silent, and when she finally went down, it was met with a shrug until the internet exploded. Suddenly, everyone was sharing clips. Every shove, every elbow, every ignored foul. And then, poof, one of the refs disappeared. But fans weren't buying it. They saw the pattern. They knew this wasn't just oversight. They saw sabotage. Let's break down one moment. Fever versus Liberty. Final seconds. Clark drives to the rim. Natasha Cloud fouls her hard. The crowd gasps. The commentators freeze. No whistle. Stephanie White, the coach, tries to challenge. But guess what? She doesn't have the right timeout. Not a full one. Just a reset. The refs don't even look twice. And just like that, the Liberties steal the win. And the ref, the one who didn't call it, yep, the same one now suspended. Coincidence? This was the last straw for many fans. The moment that confirmed what they already suspected. The calls weren't bad. They were intentional. And this league had some explaining to do. This isn't just a fan movement anymore. Brittany Gurrier walked off a halftime interview to shout at refs. Kelsey Plum shaded the league in post-game comments. Even Kelsey Mitchell told Clark, "Take care of your body." Translation, you're on your own out there. Charles Barkley went off. So did Stephen A. Smith. They called out the WNBA for failing to protect its biggest draw. And then came the silence. No apology from the league. No comment from Engelbert. Only a referee suspension. Quiet. Too quiet. Now the narrative's getting away from them. The fans are fed up. The players are frustrated. And the story, it's getting bigger by the hour. Even injured, Clark's not holding back. Game 1 without her Fever versus Mystics was ugly. No offensive flow, no leadership, just chaos. But Clark's still on the sidelines, still vocal, still coaching. Then halftime hits. The cameras catch her. She's animated, talking to refs, talking to coaches, clearly fired up. One clip shows her walking off with a Fever assistant, visibly frustrated. Fans online instantly reacted. Here we go again. One said she's always arguing, but others saw it differently. She's leading even when hurt. Some critics claimed she was being dramatic. Others said if she's not playing, she shouldn't be talking. But maybe that's the point. Clark isn't just a player. She's the voice of a movement. And now after that exchange, boom, referee suspended. Was it her words that tipped the scale? You tell us. Was she stepping up or stepping out of line? The league wanted a star. They got one. But they weren't ready for the storm that followed. Caitlin Clark didn't just show up and play. She flipped the league on its head. Her presence exposed every crack this league tried to hide. On the court, the fouls in the offices, the silence in the refs, the bias. And now the fans aren't just watching, they're investigating. The media isn't just reporting, they're exposing. Questions are flying faster than Clark's cross-court passes. Why did the refs ignore the fouls? Why did it take a viral clip and a full-blown outcry for someone to get suspended? And why is Cathy Engelbert suddenly MIA when the league's biggest name is getting clobbered every night? This isn't just a bad ref. It's a broken system. A system that's failed to protect its brightest star. A system more worried about optics than safety. A system built to silence, not support. Unless the WNBA steps up right now, they might lose the very future they were counting on. So, here's the question. Was that ref suspended because it was the right thing to do or because someone needed a scapegoat? Did Cathy Engelbert watch this unfold from the sidelines or was she coaching from the shadows? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification